She's a former Miss Australia and model turned humanitarian, but now Caroline Pemberton has a new challenge in her sights.
She's on a quest not only to change the world, but what women want when it comes to their bodies.
Caroline Pemberton burst onto the modelling scene aged just 16. 4 years later, she was crowned Miss Australia 2007.
Caroline Pemberton.
And went on to compete against the best in Miss World. But she's not just a pretty face. Caroline still finds the time to help those less fortunate. She's travelled to East Timor, teaching English to orphans, flown halfway across the world to visit refugees in Uganda.
It's important that you all study hard and stay in school.
In Kenya, Caroline's helped provide medical care in rural areas. She's even been recognised by UNICEF, making her a goodwill ambassador, putting her up there with the likes of Angelina Jolie and Nicole Kidman. But now this golden girl has a new mission. Time spent in front of the camera has made Caroline realise the pressures women face to have the perfect body. And now she wants to do something about it.
Well, Caroline Pemberton joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell us about your mission here to change teenagers' perceptions about their own bodies.
Well, what I've done is I personally was under quite a lot of pressure, and I realised that there is this enormous pressure on everyone, not only young people, but everyone, to look and be a certain way. So I've created an educational program that I'm running in schools about healthy body image. So it addresses body image and self-esteem, and it also addresses a healthy lifestyle and what we really want in a healthy body, whether we're looking at, you know, our appearance or whether we're going from a health angle.
Is this a new challenge for you? What led you to this? Is this something you've obviously always been passionate about, but now that you have a voice, you've decided to devote it to this?
Well, I'm actually a little bit of a tomboy, and I got involved in Miss Australia and I went to Miss World, and sort of water off a duck's back, I kind of thought that, you know, I'd be fine. And in that environment, you naturally become very conscious of how you look and how you appear. And all of a sudden, I was really aware of my body, and I wasn't matching up to what I wanted to be, and I was making really bad lifestyle choices about that, whether I was skipping a meal or over-exercising, and it just opened my eyes. And I started seeing it everywhere. You know, we actually see between 400 and 600 advertisements a day. And so we've created this manufactured image of this ideal, and we're basically setting ourselves up to have unrealistic goals in terms of what we want to look like.
Sure, but you still do a little bit of modelling, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So on the one hand you're doing this, and on the other hand, aren't you still perpetuating the myth that you're trying to campaign against?
Sure, well, I get that a lot actually from the kids that I deal with.
Yeah. So what do you say to them?
Well, it's an interesting one, because as a model and as Miss Australia, people expect me to be happy with my body, and they sort of say, well, who are you, this 6-foot-tall blonde girl, to be talking about body image to us? And the thing is, if I've been perceived to have a good enough body to go to Miss Australia and go to Miss World, or a good enough body to go on modelling jobs which pay me for that, then surely I should have a good body image. But the fact is, I'm like everybody else. I wake up in the morning, I woke up this morning and I have a pimple on my chin. I was like, oh my God, I'm going on television. Or I wake up and I go, oh, you know, am I putting on weight? And I think that if people that are perceived to be ideal are still having body image issues, it's something that we all face and all deal with. And I think we just need to get a little bit more perspective of it. I understand that it's an industry, and I'm definitely not attacking skinny models, because I used to be one of those really thin girls, and I'm not attacking the industry. In fact, I love it. I work in it. It's more about making the industry transparent. So seeing what goes on behind the scenes, seeing the retouching or a little bit of the post-production, what goes into making us look like we do right now on TV, or what goes into making a picture on a billboard.
All right, so what exactly does the body image program, your body image program, what does it involve?
Well, it goes behind the scenes and shows a couple of the tricks of the trade, those fascinating things about how we create a billboard or a modelling image.
Is this you here?
Yes,
okay,
that's me.
Right.
So that's a before and after, and you can see that I'm actually quite naturally slim, and I'm a size 8 to 10. And in that photograph, I've had a retoucher slim me right down. So everyone gets retouched, and the amount of retouching that goes on is quite amazing, and it's fascinating, you know.
Okay, what have they done there? Show us this one. What have you had done here on the right?
Oh, well, you can see that my teeth and lips have all been retouched. My eyes have actually been made bigger. Obviously, my skin is glowing, looks great. They've softened it up. That one, they've probably taken away every single freckle, line, pimple, shadow under my eyes, things like that.
Wow,
that you can see. And those fixtures were actually, I gave a retouch of just 1 hour, and he just took a snapshot of me, and I gave him 1 hour, and I said, go for your life. And normally a retoucher would take, 1 to 2 days on it.
Wow.
So,
and here's the after on that.
Yeah, there's the after on that.
Wow. So the brass, you had the brass.
There's no brass strap. I actually had a hand up before as well, if you noticed. So you can see, and I don't remember waking up with red hair and green eyes, but...
Good on you for sharing those images. That's great. I can see how teenage girls would really respond to those images.
Yeah, it's just about creating the right perspective and then showing what a healthy lifestyle looks like and how we can create a healthy body image.
Good stuff. Using your powers for good. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me
Now, if you want more information on Caroline's body image program, just visit our website. All the details are there for you.
Well, still to come, we're celebrating